Drake is hosting the 2026 World Cup. They can have the Super Bowl. I'm actually not playing this. I think he's just going yap for 2 minutes. But long story short, Drake got the World Cup. Kendrick obviously got the Super Bowl. I want to take this conversation in other ways, but some people are making the claim that Kendrick won the battle, but Drake won the war because the World Cup is bigger than the Super Bowl. So Kendrick can have the Super Bowl. Hot take or hot?
I think it's a hot take. I appreciate the pettiness, and I think I misspoke earlier. I think I said L.A. is where the next World Cup is going to be. I think that's the Olympics. I don't think
that's Olympics.
Yeah,
the Olympics.
It's Toronto. It's Toronto.
So it's in Canada. I think that's even crazier. I love the pettiness. I love the fact that Drake says, "Bet you want to take the Super Bowl. Toronto's hosting the World Cup. We're going to do that and see how it goes." I hope both of them play into the antics and the games. I hope nothing is squashed. I know I heard and I hope I didn't get a ball sack, but apparently I forgot who it was, what rapper or entertainer said that Kendrick supposedly wanted to squash the beef. I knew that was malarkey. Niggas just talking. I'm hoping he goes to the Super Bowl and plays Not Like Us 8 times in a row. Like at the Super Bowl, literally nothing else plays but Not Like Us and probably a couple of fan favorites.
One Euphoria and the rest is
Not Like Us. Just replaying Not Like Us. I hope he does that, and I hope Drake goes and performs whatever song he thinks we're going to care about after we hear Not Like Us 8 times. I'm all for it.
I'm going hot ass, but it's not that Drake wasn't petty. It's not that this isn't seen as gamemanship. But I've been saying this entire time that you niggas are overrating what this beef means or misunderstanding what this beef means. This beef is definitely an all-time rap beef. It's definitely something that we're going to continue to talk about. But you guys acted as if, if J. Cole doesn't diss this, he could be seen as weak, cool, whatever, but now his career's over. You guys acted as if, Drake's done. Like Drake music isn't getting bumped anymore. It's cool. I'm deleting Drake. Boo boo bang bang. Some of you are, and that's fine. And if you have personal reasons for why you delete Drake's music, especially if you think he's a nasty nigga, that's fine. But reality is, bro, I've been telling y'all niggas the whole time. Kendrick gonna definitely grow from winning the beef. Drake ain't going nowhere, dog. So at the end of the day, this is hot ass in terms of the reasoning more than anything else. In terms of Drake getting the World Cup, Drake better not just go in there bitch and perform Family Matters and move on. He gonna have to do some hot shit, like maybe something new. But I think it's funny. I do think it's hilarious. That is definitely a good play, well played there. But it doesn't erase the fact that Kendrick still won the battle, though. If I have to
Can I just add this in before Omar goes? I know Omar's going to go. I'm glad Sage brought that point up of J. Cole's role in all of this. I'm glad he bowed out because God forbid he wanted to go blow for blow. It's not even an event for him to have. Like, imagine we're in this situation.
Kendrick got the Super Finals, and it's like,
like Kendrick got the Super Bowl, Drake got the World Cup. What are you about to do? The baseball halftime show? Stop! Like, what are we?
Series,
what the World Series? Like, no, there's nothing for him to have. It would have looked horrible.
Yeah,
I think this is just a combination, this is just more icing on the cake of what Kendrick was saying about Drake. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. And I'm surprised nobody even said it. The World Cup is not bigger than the Super Bowl. And I already can see the people in the comment section. I can see it. Omar is such a casual. The numbers. Soccer is the most. That's not what gang. When I say these comments, I'm speaking from America, big USA.
Point that I was hoping you'd make. I thought you were in
big USA, big America.
What?
African American culture, all that's the perspective that I'm talking about. Yeah. So if Drake even were to try, let's just say he were to try to rub it in Kendrick's face, you got the Super Bowl, but I got something bigger. To us, that does not matter. Us being a double entendre, us and the US.
Not like USA,
because he's
Canadian
not like us. It don't even really like. I ain't even trying to be funny for real. Like, when you found this out, even if you just found it out right now, just off the top of your head, did it hit as big as saying the Super Bowl?
As Americans, no.
If I could be super fair, Kendrick announcement didn't hit for me, so Same ballpark. Neither one of them hit. Oh, Kendrick's doing
That's
halftime.
very fair.
And
But nah, I agree with Omar.
I guess what are the commercials?
What is a bigger event to you, Damo?
You want my honest answer?
There you go.
You better lie.
Who's headlining Rolling Loud, man? That's what I don't really want to be. Who's headlining Rolling Loud?
Who headlined Broccoli Fest?
No, nobody. I'm sorry, respectfully. I'm just not going to subscribe to the fact that people think that the World Cup is bigger in America. We just don't care. Again, no disrespect to Jimmy, James. That matters to somebody, and I guess this again the numbers argument, but soccer and football, this the real football in America, gang.
Man,
Let's play with your hands and a brown ball.
Omar, when he get on that stage and all you hear is big as the what? Hey, big as the what? And then you're like, this is big as the Super Bowl. He's on one for real. It's gonna hit different.
You think I'm gonna watch the World Cup?
100% needs to do that song, by the way. That
Hey, 1,000% say it. I was sitting here just thinking, what would he perform? He has to perform now.
Well,
right?
you think I would watch the World Cup though?
You choose to play soccer?
No, but Omar's saying the point that all the OD sports fans are gonna miss. He's kind of making a somewhat, and he didn't say the word, he's making a culture point here. He's basically, and I agree with it to a certain level. Yeah, in terms of like what the rap genre embodies, in terms of what we talk, the things we talk about, the topics we discuss. Yeah, I think the Super Bowl is something that more people are just like have oohs and ahs for than the World Cup in terms of the lane that Drake and Kendrick are talking about or beefing in. So yeah, I see where you're coming from there. I thought you
man, no, I'm not trying to hear. I'm not trying to hear none of that. We done with the 90s. Miss me with that. Oh, the culture is really feeling the football halftime show. The World Cup, who cares? Listen, that real nigga shit ain't getting nobody but put in one of two places, jail or Diddy's house, bro. I'm not worried about that. Jesus. Who cares what the culture feels about where these guys are performing?
Mind you, Damo has been on record here in multiple places calling soccer rock kicker ball.
That's very true, but at the end of the day, dollars is dollars, and the one thing that makes sense is them dollars. If we look and
they both making a lot of money. They're both making a lot of money.
They both are making a lot of money, but if the World Cup numbers are just higher, if it's a higher audience in terms of their performance, I mean, I feel like it's a cool little one up. No one thought about this.
No, but it's definitely something to even the playing field. Drake's gonna trend on Twitter. I will say that as we're talking right now, and sure, most people are going to be like, "Ooh, I fuck with the Super Bowl more than the World Cup." In America, obviously, the world, this is not a conversation. But I will say this: when the World Cup halftime show does happen, Twitter's going to react on a similar level that they will with Kendrick. I just don't know if that many live viewers from the "I'm here for the rap beef" is going to be there.
And let me say real quick. Let me just say, Omar, because you're genuinely right. Just let me say, wholeheartedly, I don't care about the World Cup, but I really don't care about the Super Bowl. I don't care about neither one of them. What I'm most excited about is the fact that Drake is just not bending over. Pause. Like he's just not. He's not settled. He's not happy with the fact that he lost, and he's not taking it. He really trying to give it for real. Like Drake is showing that loss didn't sit right with him. And instead of pulling the Pusha T angle where he's just going to ignore it now, like, oh, well, I lost, ignore it. Like, we still going to
let me get a new angle type shit.
Like, we're still going to do something else. So I know this isn't done. And we talked about this. I gave you your flowers when you said that it's a problem in the rap game that Kendrick, Cole, and Drake got to save it. Hey, listen, been a couple good albums to come out the last couple months. Music's been cool. But I would love for this to continue over to 2025. I would love this beef to continue for years. I want this to be a real competition, a competition of people that don't like each other. That's the best competition. When they really hate each other, when they really not liking each other, that's when the competition is real.
It don't sit right. My hips tight. I got to get a new angle. So the only thing I was going to say is, I think it was Sage that just said it. Nobody even thought of this for real. Yeah, because the World Cup is irrelevant to us. So
I do want to ask y'all. I believe clearly number one, Kendrick. This was Kendrick's year in hip hop. Definitely number one. But let's have a conversation about the top 5 biggest hip hop artists of this year.
Are we talking
Unless someone wants to disagree with Kendrick, by the way.
My 1, Kendrick. 2, Boss Man D-Lo, 3, Gloria. I guess 4 and 5 really don't matter. Sexy Red and Drake, and then Future.
You can't
don't
ignore
matter.
Sexy Red. That's crazy. I'm gonna say 1, Kendrick. That's you very dishonest. You act like Kendrick didn't have a better year. You can think Drake's bigger artist you want. 2, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of improvement from last year to this year, yo, it got to be either Sexy or Glow. Sexy or Glow.
How you make your own criteria? Did they have the bigger year or not?
Oh, we're just talking about but that's kind of factors of what a bigger year for me is. Like
Boss Man D-Lo is 2, Sage. Stop.
Fuck no. I'm gonna say that 2, 3. I'm probably flip flopping between Glorilla or Sexy Red. Drake probably still in the 4, and then 5. I mean, you could go for like brand new fucking artists if you want to go like Mexican OTs or Big X, but I think that's crazy to say they had a top 5.
This nigga is still fighting to put Boss Man D-Lo in the conversation.
I'm
gonna be honest. I don't.
Damn, let me finish my list, please, and thank you. But at 5, don't want to get an early Ice Spice Run to Glory.
Ice Spice.
Right.
Oh hell, not this year.
I'm
Not
gonna
this
put
year
Cole
again.
in there. I'm gonna still say Cole had a hell of a feature run this year too.
I would agree with Omar with the first 3 because those were the first 3 to come to mind. After that, I would say, and maybe I'm tripping and I'm maybe mixing up when they had these drops. When they Gunna drop? When was Gunna's last drop?
That was this year. That was
This
this year.
year.
That was this year, right?
Gunna's
Okay,
at
so
5. I'm
Gunna,
drunk.
I would say
Gunna's
Gunna's
at
in my
5.
top 5. And I will also say, man, I'm gonna be honest, because his feature run lately has been crazy. But I'm trying to remember what he did at the beginning of this year. Because I want to say Lil Baby, because Lil Baby's feature run so far, I've heard a lot of songs he's been featured on. Pretty redeemable for me. But that 5 spot is give or take, just depends on what lane you're in. Because I could also run with some of the younger people. You could say them XOT, you could say Big X the Plug, you can even say 4 Bats. But at the same time, you probably could say a Drake, you probably could say a Cole. Fuck it. Central C's at 5. Central C's 5. Central C's 5.
I knew you was gonna do it. I was like, bro, if you don't just say Central C and move on. Nah, hey, you changed my list. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kick Cole out of 2024, and I'm gonna say Gunna. Gunna definitely had a crazy year.
Kendrick, Future, Glorilla,
Damn,
Lil Yachty.
let's get Future.
Oh my God.
I just don't know enough about Boss Man D-Lo. I ain't gonna lie, but I've heard some raving reviews about him.
D-Lo had a hell of a year. I just don't think it's top 5.
And then outside of that, shout out to Lil Tech or some shit. I don't
Okay,
know,
so we're
bro.
not serious about the 5th
His
spot.
album's
So
cool. No, the 5th spot I am serious.
Don Toliver? Hold on.
Can I give a serious 5th spot then? I'll take away Central C. I'll say Lotto. I think Lotto had a really good fucking year.
that's
Lotto had a
fine.
good
She did.
year. Lotto had a damn good year. You think Lotto had a better year in the future?
Yes.
Sage, where did you even have Future at?
I didn't think of Future. I didn't think of Future at first.
Oh my God.
I didn't think of Future dropped 2. Future dropped damn near 3, but 2 albums this year. What are we doing?
But when was the last time you listened to him?
Type
I
shit.
listen to Future all the
All that
time.
type shit.
And so then I'm assuming, and mind you, both of the albums, 'cause I think it was actually 3 from my understanding from the space this morning. 3, 2 of them went number 1. So with that criteria, you have
And
to
Ali Choppa.
you have to shoot Future up to 2, right? You have to shoot Future up to 2.
It's not just volume of music; it's a combination of things. And even if it was a combination, even if it was
Let
your
me
volume,
out, man.
I'm not saying volume of music, and that was dumb. I'm not saying volume of music is the criteria, but he dropped 3 albums.
Mhm.
2 of them they charted at number 1.
right?
I think one of them is like I think both of them are
Future
platinum
probably
or
had a
something.
bigger
Like
year
that.
than Gunna, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna put Future in my 5 instead. But I don't think he had a bigger year than Sexy Red or Glorilla. I damn well don't think he had a better year than what's his name, Kendrick. So I might even move him to 4 and put Drake at 5. I'm fine with doing that.
I just don't.
In terms of breakout artists, where does Ian stand?
You're taking out Glorilla in 2024?
No.
I'm about to say,
I'm
what?
not. I just want to know where this. And mind you, Future isn't necessarily in my top 5, but just the consistency, and then to also not have Boss Man D-Lo. I get it. If we're talking about what the culture is talking about, though, I can't even cap. Like it has to be.
I guess, bro.
It has to be. I'm talking
You
about what the
heavy on that
players.
dude.
This is infectious on TikTok, the social medias, the players, the games.
Bossman D-Lo cold. I don't see how he had a bigger year than Future, but I mean, but funny enough, you tried to nix the argument of last year to this year, because if you were to say from last year to this year, oh yeah, he definitely had a bigger rise than fucking Future did this year. But
Also, what did Sexy Red put out this year?
Sexy Red could have not dropped a singular song this year. Sexy Red has been literally, at one point in time, she was damn near the face of the game. We had fucking thumbnails with her before we made the basketball pivot, then pivoted back out crazy, right? But no, Sexy Red is literally played everywhere all the time still. I don't even care if she didn't have a project or not. I don't listen to Sexy Red's music all the time because I'm a grown man. When I'm outside, I hear Sexy Red's music.
She had a couple drops this year.
No, she did, but that case that he's making is literally Bossman D-Lo outside of she was with Donald Trump and Kai Cenat and Ty Lil.
I don't
Megan
think
Thee Stallion?
I don't think
Okay,
Bossman D-Lo's nearly as big as Sexy Red, and maybe that's the disconnect. I think Sexy Red is distance herself as a bigger face in the rap game than Bossman D-Lo is right now.
If we're talking as a consumer of both musics, if we're talking about because both of them are like social media darlings and what the kids are listening to and all that stuff like that, what's playing outside, I can honestly say Bossman D-Lo has separated himself from Sexy Red. The how I was about Sexy Red last year is how I am about Bossman D-Lo this year from watching it. But okay.
There's another demographic of people that listen to Sexy Red, let alone the people that listen to Bossman D-Lo that also listen to Sexy Red.
Who are these? What's this demographic of people that only listen to Sexy Red and don't consume Bossman D-Lo? Oh, you don't think they consume Bossman D-Lo?
I'm not saying they don't.
You ain't been around the forest, Damo.
I'm about to say Sage.
Okay, well, and there we go. Like I said, like literally for all the people that are gonna sing whatever Bossman D-Lo y'all about to sing, y'all don't think Get It Sexy, Hellcats and SRTs, all them songs don't get bumped even more? We're lying.
No.
No.
I think the hoes are bumping them. No. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know the hoes are bumping those, Sage. But when they hit next, do you know what's coming on after that?
5 Bossman D-Lo songs.
No. Bossman D-Lo.
Just walked out of Saks Fifth.
I was literally the last time I went out celebrating someone's birthday. In the Uber back, we were complaining about how many times the DJ just respun the exact same D-Lo song versus just playing other Bossman D-Lo songs. So trust me, I know that the nigga is definitely popular. I think there's just a clear difference between Sexy Red and Bossman D-Lo. But maybe I'm drunk. Comment below. I don't know. I ain't got since second grade.
And last thing I was saying, I see the chat right now. All of them. Nah, y'all gassing Bossman. Sexy is this, that, the third. I just want to say this is the same chat who last year when I was hyping up Sexy Red was like, Omar, you're crazy. Gang, stop.
I ain't great. Fuck
The
it.
prophet has spoken type shit.
Mr. Put It On Her.